Hi everybody. I've got a chunky monkey Jane Austen with me today. Well, the Jane Austen ladies, but I did put the Pride and Prejudice on the cover. It is, let's measure first. It is 10 by 5. And it's a chunky. I've got it tied a little too tight, I think. It's got this gorgeous blue fabric. I don't know exactly what you call that, but it was a tablecloth that I found in an estate sale, and it's just stunning. And I put some laces and some doilies. That's a little seam binding flower I made, and a piece of fabric behind it because it had a real pretty border on it. And then a blue lace bow with a doily and some more laces down here. Let's go inside. The tie matches the inside of the book. And on the inside, I've got the pocket and the back. The inside cover is the same fabric. Got a little late Jane Austen lady here. Part of a doily. And this is a book page with some different fabrics and yarns. And some seam binding. And inside I put some coffee dyed paper. Excuse me. And one of our envelopes we make here. With a little piece of ephemera inside. Coffee dyed ephemera. And I stitched it in a real pretty slate blue. I really like this new thread I got. Oop, I want to see the pink. There we go. Okay. But it's a real pretty slate blue. Over here is a little bit of a collage going on with the roses, and then a card here with the lady. A little mini pocket with a seam binding flower and 2 cards on the inside. And then you have this space back here. And I just let the stitching from the other side peep on through. And there's some more stitching there with the pretty ladies. And then this says Pride and Prejudice, and it's got some laces and a seam binding flower. I made a bunch of those this past weekend, so I used them in this book. I got a real pretty lace edge here. That's the stitching from the other side with a seam binding bow. Of course, the pretty lace. And I put 2 cards there. And over here is a little card that's been stenciled and stamped. And then I put one of these little thingamabobs in it. And it's a lace pocket with some seam binding and part of a crochet doily with the lady there. This is really, it's heavily coffee dyed, but it's got faint blue lines on it. A little pretty yarn bow with some squinched up seam binding in the blue slate stitching. And this is a collage of different cards, and it's got a piece of lace back here, and that's some sari silk with a little mini Jane Austen lady. All different kinds of fabrics in this book, and laces. There's the edge. Real pretty. I like it because it has these little tiny balls at the end of it, and I can't tell you where I got it. Found it in my stash. A nice page for writing. Another pocket here with the squinched up seam binding, and of course the stitching all the way around. And then I put one of these cards in there. And this is I thought it kind of went pretty good with the cover. It wasn't part of the set, but I had these in my stash, so I made a little pocket out of it. That's the stitching from the other side with the lady. And a postcard in there. And then a little card. It's got part of a book page. Is that dictionary page? And over here's a little heart with a little mini Jane Austen lady and some fabrics. And so you have all this space for writing. And then one of these little cards. Another lady, part of a crochet doily and a bow with the stitching. This is a glassine bag. I liked it because it was real heavily coffee stained. And when I put this light piece of lace over it, it showed up real pretty. And that's some seam binding running down the edge. So you've got the inside here of the glassine bag, and then you have a place behind it. And this is just a little card. Lori Girl on the Ridge, here on YouTube, made the cutest little cards. She said was for beginners. So I just had to make some. And they are so stinking cute. She does a real good job of creating new things. Y'all may want to go check her out. It's her name's Lori, and she's at Girl on the Ridge here on YouTube. And get in there. And that's a little yarn flower I like to make from time to time. And then this goes here. In he goes. And then I like this peeping right behind. Maybe squishy it a little bit more. A pretty flower and stitching. Some cards with some fabrics and blues. More stitching and a pretty lady there and there. I love that dress. It's so pretty. Over here is the seam binding flower, and I just put a little piece of sari silk in there. A little card. And the pretty flowers. And then this little card with my treasured yarn. I love that yarn. Can't get it anymore. And here we got a little mini booklet, and it's just got some different papers in it. I don't know if I can open it up with my fumbly fingers. But it's just got a whole bunch of different pages in it. Another pretty lady. A little card here with some different fabrics and sari silk. Another collage of cards with the little mini Jane ladies. And over here, I used this heart paper clip to hold this down. Of course, the other side's going to fall over, but this lifts up for writing. And then on the other side, I put a little, I thought that was kind of cute. It's got some cheesecloth and a little pink rose, and it's just another little different booklet. And I put that there. And you go there, and then we connect. Let's bring you up a little bit. Go. And that just slides down. Real pretty. I folded that over so it looked like it had a little flap. Some seam binding up here too. A little dapper gentleman. I stitched around him, and then here's a little mini lady with the matching flowers and some different fabrics going on there. And over here, I just love these flowers. I think they're just gorgeous. That's the seam binding from the other side and some stitching. And then we've got one of those pretty edged pockets with a doily and then a little seam binding bow. And in it, I just put a little booklet. These things come in so handy. And it's just got different papers in it. And then, of course, you have all the space back here for journaling. And over here, that's the seam binding. A little card here. Nice page for writing. I did not take all the threads out of this book. I'm just finding them everywhere. Piece of lace here. I tried to leave as much as I could for writing. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty lace? I just love it. I've got to find out where I ordered that from or where I got it. If I got it in a estate sale, I'm toast. But, you know, pretty. Some fabrics here with the lady and the stitching, and that's from the other side. Little collage going on with a little mini Jane Austen-like lady. More of that squinched up seam binding. That seems to be my thing this week, is this squinched up seam binding. I'm really liking it. Little pocket here made out of some different laces and a gold bow. I put 2 little mini cards in there. I like to use these long skinny ones because they allow me to see the image. And over here is part of it's a pocket, of course, and part of a crochet doily, and that's a seam binding, sari silk flower. Geez, I'm having problems today, y'all. A sari silk bow with the sewing in the little pocket, and then it's got 2 cards in it. That's a fabric ticket. And the lace, of course, peeping over. And a little belly band here with the pretty heart with the flowers. And that matches the cover. And it's a real tight belly band, so but you've got this space too for journaling or writing or whatever you need it for. You can put pictures there. A little bit of a collage going on here. And the back is the same as the front. The only thing was I made a different little collage of fabrics and stuff to go there, but it's got the same part of the doily and the seam binding. And a pretty lady. Who knows what those things were? I do. Should I tell you? We called them muffies. You know, but you stick your hand in each end and it keeps your hands warm. And then you walk with it in front of you. Got a card there. And then another card there. This is a harder card. It's real nice. Real nice. Little pearl. And there's the gorgeous back with that gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. When it's gone, it's gone. I won't be able to get any more of it because, like I said, I got it in a estate sale and I have never seen it before. And there's the cover of Miss Jane. And I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me this Friday. I hope y'all have a safe and a wonderful Christmas. And I will see you the following Friday. Bye-bye, y'all.